Hey guys, I sure come at you today with another Raid Shadow Legends Champion Guide. Welcome to the video. Today, it is Ragash, one of the better champions added this last year inside the game. Man, I'm thinking about making a follow-up video on this champion on my main YouTube channel too, just because A, how many requests we've gotten for this champion, one of the most requested here on the channel, and B, I mean, just revisiting his kit, I'm reminded at how incredible this champion is. A quick shout out for a few of you guys. Jake looking for a Ragash guide. John Gotti looking for a Ragash guide. Alfonso coming through with a lot of requests here. Connor looking for a Connor. Nah, it's not a joke, bro. We got him coming today, dude. Honestly, guys, I'm trying the best I can. Shout Daniel to abide by all of your requests here, but I'm getting around 150 or so requests a day, channel wide, all the guides. So I can only make 1 or 2 videos a day, so I'm doing the best. Barrel roll, shout out here. Alfonso again looking for one. Marcus looking for a guide for Ragash. We have Chris Owens looking for a Ragash guide. Daniel again. We have on the fly, asking like every day. Trent, shout out on the fly. Alfonso, man, Alfonso and on the fly, they're going to be very, very happy. Shout out to Franklin on the fly, man. This dude really wants to see Ragash in action. Let's go ahead. A shout out to a lot of you guys. As I said, there's probably a dozen more that I did not give shout outs for, but I appreciate you guys keeping the requests coming. So why is this Spirit Affinity Skinwalker so cool? Well, first of all, he looks super badass, man. I mean, look at the look. I mean, he's really got that lion just motif going with the Wolverine claws action. He's even got the tail, man. He's a beast of a champion. Good base defense. He's a defense-based nuker, debuffer, support. He does everything in one. It's crazy. His kit should be illegal. That's how good. That's how much he's doing. 102 base speed, almost 1500 base defense. On his A1, got an increased defense on this champion. So a defense-based nuker is bringing his own increased defense. Really nice to have. On the A2, a Fur Typhoon, an AoE attack, 100% decreased defense, also 100% stun after attacking on a 3-turn cooldown. What? That is one of the strongest abilities out there in the game, and it hits incredibly hard too. On the A3, Felid Felidness. Is it Felid? We get a big version strengthen, big version increased speed, and a perfect veil in this champion for 2 turns. Okay, sign me up. That's on a 4-turn cooldown, defense in all battles by 30%. The passive at the start of each turn. Plays a perfect veil for 1 turn on the ally with the highest attack, so protecting our nuker on each team as well. Inflicts 20% more damage against targets whose defense is lower than this champion's defense. Dude, this kit is so nasty, man. It really, truly is, guys. I mean, everything about it, from the A1 to the A2, the decreased defense, the big nuke, the stun. Look at his multipliers here. Shout to hellhades.com, ranks him a 4.5. You can see where this dude is used. Basically everywhere in hard mode dungeons, everywhere in normal dungeons, Doom Tower, Hydra Clan boss. In Doom Tower, you know, Magma, Frost Spider, Eternal Dragon, Celestial Griffin, Dark Fade, Dreadhorn. I mean, you can use him everywhere, man. Look at his damage. Look at his multipliers, guys. A 1.8 godlike rating on a 2-time hitter on the A1. A godlike damage rating of 4.3 on the AoE on the A2. So he can nuke too. Wow, he really, truly does it all, guys. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you the build. And in today's video, we're going to do a quick faction war run. I'm going to do maybe a couple arena battles, but then I want to jump in and do a live arena battle or 2 as well with this champion. We're around top 600 or so in the world, so we'll see how we can do there. But first, how do we build him, right? I went super basic on this champion. Sometimes you don't need to overcomplicate it. Now, there's 2 options in my mind for this, or actually 3 options for this champion. I'm going to talk about all of them. Triple Perception is the nice all-around build that you can't go wrong with. You can use this build anywhere in the game, right? It's going to make him fast. It's going to give him enough accuracy to land that stun and the decreased defense. The nice thing even about Arena, unless you're talking about Yumeko or a Basher or a Lika or a Warlord, accuracy, you often don't need it to be sky high like the olden days of Madame Ceres's, because people think about on the resistance side of things, right? People seldom build unless they're building a high resistance team, right? In which case we're going to already need like an increased accuracy buff or like 800 accuracy, right, to land. But unless that case has happened, in every other case, which is like 95% of battles or more, right? They're not building their champions with more than 400 resistance, you know? Very few and far between. So I found you can get by with a debuffer around 400 or so accuracy in most areas of the game, certainly in PvE areas of the game. Anyway, I have them in triple perception, right? And then I have them built out to be a nuker too, 103 and 207, 403 on the accuracy, 214, excuse me, on the speed, and 4,900, almost 5K on the defense. Stat priorities are obviously accuracy, speed, and then you'd be silly if you left his nukes off the table, man. You need to take advantage of those hard-hitting attacks on his A1 and his A2 as well. So how did I build him? I went defense on the banner. Nothing wrong with going accuracy on the banner as well if you need it, especially if you're early game. Crit damage on the amulet. We went HP on the ring, but we get some nice defense on the substats there. It's also a blood shield ring, which is nice to have. We have reaction on the amulet. We went speed on the boots. We went obviously defense percentage on the chest. And we went crit damage on the gauntlets, looking for crit rate wherever we can get it so we can get them crit capped at 100%. On the masteries, I built them to have kind of nuker masteries, right? We have Ruthless Ambush, we have Bring It Down, and we have Helm Smasher. On the support side, just picking up some extra accuracy and going down and picking up also Master Hexer for that decreased defense. And we also have Spirit Haste on this champion. You can go with Kill Streak instead of Spirit Haste if you want to on Ragash. But you guys can see the offensive side and the support side. Those are the masteries that I went with on this champion. If you wanted to build them to just be all-out control and debuffer, you can go Eagle Eye to pick up that extra accuracy. If you know, contrary to what I said in the beginning, if you want to just go make sure that you're building him super fast and with a lot of accuracy, if you want to get in there before the enemies go and try to land those stuns and debuffs at the same time to decrease defense. However, I like to build them as a nuker with Helm Smasher. Now, the other two ways to build this champion, guys, would be to go with a lethal or savage and just go all out nukage, right? So I would probably sacrifice a little bit on the accuracy. I'd probably have to put accuracy on the banner if I did that, right? But you don't want to sacrifice too much defense either because of this passive. 20% more damage against targets whose defense is lower than this champion's defense. Like, think about all the tanky Siffies out there and Duchesses out there, right? You want to make sure that he has more defense. Frankly, at 4,900, it's not going to be enough to get that 20% extra damage against the Harimas of the world, the Helicaths of the world, the Siffies and the Duchesses. I'd need this to be closer to 7,000, okay? So we are going to make some sacrifices. We can't have everything on every champion. The third build that I'll talk about is for Hydra specifically, and that would be in Relentless. Why Relentless? Because we can get this strengthened and increase speed and the perfect veil basically down to a 3-turn cooldown if we proc enough extra turns, right? So those are very valuable buffs to have. So I think he's a great candidate for a Relentless set, and obviously having that decrease defense up more often on the enemy team and more increased defense on himself, right? Because of those extra turns. In terms of blessings, I went with Polymorph on this champion because we're going to have high enough accuracy anyway, 10% chance to place a sheep debuff. You could, of course, go with, I guess you could go with Soul Reap. We don't need the attack, but Soul Reap is still good. You know, it's still good to have that Grim Reaper come in and place the True Fear, especially if you have it all the way down to 5 or 6 stars. Personally, again, I like Polymorph. The other option would be Temporal Chains on this champion. Decrease enemy speed by X% for each active buff they are under. This is good. Kind of like Intimidating Presence. Intimidating Presence and Temporal Chains are good basically on pretty much any champion, right? So you can go with those as well. All right, guys, we talked about all that. There is lore on this champion as well. I'm not going to read the entire lore because I do want to leave time to do some live arena battles, which can take a while. But, well, if you guys are interested, go check it out in-game. You can hear the whole backstory of Ragash. All right, guys, let's do this. Let's start in, well, as I said, let's start with one area, Faction Wars here. I have not done it yet. We have Skinwalker. I always thought that Skinwalker was one of the easier faction crypts. I'm just going to show you my best team, or my fastest team, I should say. Usually, I just, load it up with rare champions and one legendary on these videos. But today, we'll do a quick speed run because, well, you can see he's going to prioritize his A3, right? So that's noteworthy. If you want to use him in like Classic Arena and you want to use him on auto, just note that you'll have to go in there and prioritize his nuke and his stun. Look at that. That was his A2. Look at how much damage he did. He stunned everybody. He decreased defense to everybody. And we're already at the red box like 20 seconds in. This is a very, very competent team, I will say. We're going to run him with his lion brethren in Leo in the Classic Arena as well. Have them both in the same team. Ought to be a little bit of fun there as well. We also have Cleotyrix, who is an incredible nuker on this team. He comes in with the buffs again on the A3. That's going to keep the team alive. And now it's just a matter of getting rid of this red boss before they do the Meddle with Fate and exchange HP levels. They're not even going to get a chance to take a turn to use that A3 ability, or if they do, all these the poisons are going to kill him, right? At least that's the idea. So here we go. Oh, he gets it off, man. I spoke too soon. How about that? Well, it's okay. That's his A1 going in there. Art of Stealth, he kind of just runs up to the enemy and claws him down, a la Wolverine again. Okay, so we're not going to set any records here with this time, but, you know, we get the job done. All right, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the other battle later because, you know, it is what it is. It's just faction wars here. He didn't outdamage some of like the OP nukers, but he did outdamage Leo, which is kind of funny, right? But Cleotyrix, an incredibly underrated Spirit Affinity nuker in her own right. Let's go ahead and jump into some Classic Arena before we jump into the live arena. So here we go, guys. I have a Arbiter, Mithrala, Ragash, and Leo on the team. As I mentioned, I did go in there and made sure that I was prioritizing the A2 of Mithrala and the A2 of Ragash. There it goes, stun, stun. They did get the cleanse on the stun because we did not land it on Mithrala. I guess Mithrala would be the exception to the rule when we talk about high accuracy champions in the game, right? Good news is that we're still going to win this one, and I love that support that he's bringing to the table, right? The increased speed, we don't have on the team outside of him. We don't have an increased speed champion on this squad, but now we do. Ragash has it on his A3. It's really handy to have that. We do have a strengthened champion in Mithrala on the team, but even if we didn't, we'd be looking really, really good, right? So there we go. Getting rid of Kyoku in Mithrala. Of course, Kyoku with the annoying block damage. We do land that stun. Petrification coming up soon if she ever gets a turn. In the meanwhile, we have the Hex down, and all we need, there we go. Turn has been taken, and Ragash finishes her off. Let's go ahead and finish off, I don't know, a couple of these teams here. We get a speedy team. Let's see if we can win the speed battle against this bomb team. They have Rhonda. They have Arbiter. Actually, they actually go second, and then first, and then third. I don't know. Here we go. Boom! Dude, Leo didn't even get a chance to go in there with his AoE. Ragash does some serious damage with that A2 ability. Let's go in a little bit of a tankier team here. They have Mighty Uko. They have Krisk, the Ageless. Let's see what we can do here. A2. There we go. Krisk comes in. Boom! Dude. Nasty. A lot of buffs on the enemy team as well, right? I love how if he doesn't kill him, he stuns him, right? If he doesn't kill him, he's at least going to stun him. All right, here we go. Going against a Warlord. Hopefully we can win the speed battle. Let's see if we do. I have kind of an awkward team here. I took all my best speed gear off of Arbiter a while ago. I think I have it on Yumeko right now. So she's not that fast, as you can see from Mithrala actually going ahead of her. It's not ideal how we would have it, but either way, we're going to be good here. Awesome roar, and there it goes. So yeah, man, very competent team. Let's see if there's like one more super tanky team I can go against here. Yeah, let's do this squad, right? Definitely going to be an issue with this team. I'm not sure if we're going to beat them or not because there's going to be a couple stone skins, I'm sure. There they are. We're just going to keep it on auto and see what happens. So we land one stun with the A2. I'm very worried about Mortu Macabre. The nuke comes in from Leo. He's going to have his peril procced. We've hit him too many times. But we'll see. We're going to have the A3 come up right now. No, shockingly, he doesn't. We get that A3. We do have block buffs up on Ragash himself. But things are looking pretty good so far, I would say. So they have UDK, Pythion, Mortu Macabre, and Cardial. Talk about a tanky squad, guys, right? Just waiting for that stone skin to drop off of Ultimate Death Knight as something I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with in the arena, right? All right, still no peril. This is very good. All of a sudden, as soon as UDK goes, we get turned into a sheep. Boo! As soon as UDK goes here, though, in terms of getting that stone skin off, we're going to be good. Okay. A lot of heals on this team as well, between the continuous heal UDK, Cardial, and Pytheon. All bringing heals to the table. We need Ragash to turn into a lion again. Peril comes down, but the unkillable of Leo keeps him alive, which is great because even if he dies, we can pick him right back up with Arbiter. So we go in there, we decrease the duration on a bunch of their buffs. We no longer have a sheep over there on Ragash. We come in with the cleanse. Leo comes in, takes care of their Mortu, but Pytheon does have his revive up. He picks him back up. Ragash does have, I think, his AoE off there. Oh, one more turn away. His A2 is up next. So just got to be careful of this Peril here. We don't want to lose the star of the show. Oh, boom! Leo ends it right there. I like having these two on the same team. That's fun. I got to say, I've never run them, outside of Faction Wars, I've never ran them both in the same squad. Never done it in the arena. And, it's quite fun to have both of the lions on the same team, or the tiger, or whatever. The lion, the tiger, bears. I should just put a bear on the team too, you know? Urson Ironhide or something like that. Okay, let's go to the live arena. Let's stop messing around here, guys. Live arena. Find opponent. So I'm just going to stick him on a team of like... I'm going to stick him on... Well, I don't know. I guess I'm just going to pick the champions I would normally pick and kind of sub him in as a defense-based nuker. I'm going to run him like he's a nuker, and the debuffs are all a bonus, right? So Taurus and Duchess. I'm going to go Helikoth, and I'm going to go... No, can't go Harima. I'm going to go Ragash. So if he's smart, he would go with some serious magic affinity champions. Me showing him two spirits like that wasn't the wisest move, but we'll see. Okay. I'm going to go right now. So he actually goes a Raka, Viletide, and a Necret. So super tanky. For that reason, I am going to go... They do have Polymorph on everybody, but you can't imagine they have any accuracy on anybody. So he probably hasn't changed that. I'm going to go with Marichka, and I'm going to go with Mighty Uko to remove these buffs, right? And he's Actually, you know what? I'm not going to go Marichka because I can win the speed battle too. I'm going to go with Yumeko, sorry, and Mighty Uko. So where is Mighty Uko? Tags. There we go. You ever have that, like, race against time? You don't have your champions organized properly or whatever, and you're like, oh, all right. So I'm going to ban Rhodos here. I think that's pretty much a no-brainer. They banned my Siphi. That's totally cool with me. I'm going to go with a Speed Aura to try to speed boost Yumeko. I think we'll go first. They don't have any good speed on their team, right? There's no way they built a Duchess to be super fast. What is this? What is going on, dude? What the heck? Why did that happen, man? That is so lame, dude. All right, guys, so my game just kicked me out of 2 matches in a row. Very frustrated right now. I'm coming back again. I'm never going to play Live Arena ever again on Plarium Play. I don't know what's going on right now. I've never had it crash on me before. But 2 losses in a row really sucks. Here we go. Macroos. I'm only going to do one battle, man. I was going to make this like a nice long video and have some fun and do a bunch of Live Arena, but golly, I am not feeling this at all. Not cool. All right, let's go recently used and keep going with the same shock that I've been throwing at everybody else that I keep disconnecting or whatever, you know? They go with Yakarl, the Scourge, interesting. They go with Ramen 2, and they go with Arbiter. I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to pick Torment as my last champion again. So I'd take that into consideration. We're going to go with Ragash, and we're going to go with Harima. And let's see what Macroos does. So they go all speed again. We're going to go with Mr. Torment and see who they decide. We're going to kill Arbiter. and see if their Lyssandra's fast enough. Oh, they keep Torment in. That's very interesting. Obviously, they can shut off Torment's passive with Ramantu, but I frankly don't think they're going to be able to beat me. I don't think they're going to be able to go first. Maybe. Let's see. I love having Torment on my team. If I go against a team like this, right, with like basically no block debuffs, no cleansers, I'm playing Torment, man. Now, his passive is blocked, so great job on them. They go first, right? But we have enough, I think, juice to get us by here without having to rely on the freeze right away, right? So let's see. Now, this is the cool thing. We can go in with the A2 or the A3. Of course, we want the A2 because we want to kill at least Lysandra here. So let's see. Oh! That was a big boy nuke, huh, guys? That was cool. Let's just kill you, Carl. Boom. Can remove that buff, go in there, and there we go. Okay, guys, I'm going to do one more. I don't feel great about it, though. I do not want to disconnect, man. That's not cool. Jeez. All right. You know what? I do, not a lot, but I do more than I care to admit as well, guys, is you ever go on or off Wi-Fi when you're in a live arena match? I do that sometimes, and it boots you, and you lose the match, you know? So it's another thing to be aware of. Make sure you avoid that. All right, Lear King here. He picks first, which is fine by me. I like when they pick first because I go 2, and then I go 2, and then I go last pick. Last pick is more important than first pick. I think going first is a big handicap. So he's not really doing anything. Goes Warlord. We'll go Yumeko and Siphi again. I like Yumeko because she can deflect stones, polymorph now after the last update. So that's a pretty cool added bonus to Yumeko. I used to go Warlord, but now I kind of switched over. Another Arbiter. We get a Siphi as well. Let's go with, I'm going to probably pick Torment last again, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'm going to go with Ragash, and I'm going to go with Harima again, so we cover both of our nukers. It's nice to have a support, debuffer, stunner, and nuker all in one, you know? So much versatility. He's really in the spot where I would normally be rotating a Helicath in, right? If I was going against like a Taurus team, I'd rather play Helicath. If I'm going against a team like this, I'd rather play Ragash. All right, Lear King, who you got for me, man? I'm going to either run a Torment or probably a Mighty Uko, one of the two here in the last spot, or maybe even a Marichka, just depending on what he does. I like running Marichka because I have her in a bolster set, and I don't have a bolster right now on the team. I'm definitely going to run a Marichka because they're laying some bombs on me now as well. I'm going to go with a Warlord ban here. I think everybody else I can totally deal with. I'm cool with the team. They get rid of Yumeko. That's cool with me. I can go speed in all battles. Hopefully my Siphi goes first before his Arbiter, but I'm more likely Arbiter goes first. At least I have the bolster set, and I have the cleanse to get rid of the bomb. So here comes the bomb, I think. Unless they just do A1 for the turn meter boost. They should do an A1 for turn meter boost, but they don't. So that's cool with me. So she has Assault Leader on her A1 that gives the entire team, I think, a 15% turn meter boost. Is it 15%? I think so. As long as it's a critical hit. Plus I have cleanses for days on this team and block damage for bombs. So there's really a million reasons why you would not want to use the bomb on the first ability. So I just used the A1 of Marichka because I'm going to need to heal the team up after Rotos goes. All right. So they have block debuffs, so I could go with the A3. I don't currently have a Strengthen on the team, so that would be nice to have, but I'm going to have Strengthen on the very next turn. So what I'm going to do is hope I can kill like these squishy champions with the A2. I can't, but come very, very close there. If I had, Soul Reap, I would kill Astrolith. She does have that annoying A3 swapping HP, so that's super, super unfortunate here. It's going to leave one of my allies with no HP. So there she goes. Luckily, we still survive. We can come right back in here with the A3. I could have easily A2'd there as well, but that got the job done. So, okay, guys, you know what? We lose a couple disconnections, and then we win a couple after that. All in all, a good day's work. We went 50-50. We're going to end the video there, guys. Ragash is a beast. Let me know if you enjoy the live arena component of this video, minus the disconnects or whatever happened, the crashes, because I'm totally down to do that more in the future if you guys enjoy that. Either way, let me know, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care, guys.